Hello everyone. We should be live here now. I'm going to do a bit of a short stream today, only about half an hour, but I found myself in Amsterdam Noord, where I don't come very often. I'm walking today, so I thought I would do a bit of a stream to show people what it looks like up here, because I don't get here very often, and it's quite different from the rest of Amsterdam in many ways. Hello. Lots of people joining in. So yeah, this will be a little different because I'm walking, I'm not cycling. But I noticed this new development up here, newish anyway, and I thought I'd go check it out to see how Amsterdam does things up here in Noord. No, not a lot of expats out here. Noord is a bit interesting. It's so different from the rest of Amsterdam, and it's been kind of cut off from the rest of the city for quite a long time, except by car. The North-South line metro that opened, what was it, last year or the year before, has finally connected it. Yeah, public transit live stream. I was actually considering doing a tram live stream just out the back window of the tram. Might do that someday. So I'm not going to have too much intelligent commentary here because I don't actually know much about this area. Yeah, houses with no trees at all. It is interesting to see it up here. It's very, very mixed use. I mean, this is obviously a mixed use area here with shops. Looks like there's an Aldi here, I think. Yeah, there's an Aldi grocery store and the condos that look pretty new. I'm not sure when this was built. If anyone knows, anyone in the chat knows, let me know. No. Noord is boring. Well, boring is a relative statement. I've been to much more boring places than this. I'm not a Dutch citizen. I do plan to become one. Yeah, this is the other side of the eye. You know, this is pretty nice for a suburb, I have to say. This development looks pretty good. I think I'm going to be, to answer your question, do you want to live in Amsterdam? I think I'm going to be in Amsterdam for the foreseeable future because my kids are in school. I don't know if we'll move somewhere else. This is a suburb. I mean, yeah, I mean, it is. Like, I'm not sure what else you would call it. There's an Albert Heijn here too, so there's 2 grocery stores in this one little area. And an Action. Yeah, the worst day to go with all the shops closed down. Yeah, well, it's true. The non-essential shops have been closed. I guess Atos here, being a drugstore, is considered essential. Albert Heijn grocery store considered essential. But it looks like Action is open too, which is a bit surprising. Are you going to take the ferry? No, I'm just going to hang around here actually. I actually have an appointment to be at, but I came early so that I got up a little walk around and see what it looks like. Oh, Action sells food as well. It seems like a technicality to me, but okay. Do you prefer Amsterdam or Rotterdam's architecture? I think I prefer Amsterdam's architecture. But Rotterdam was really cool. Yeah, I'm surprised that Action can be considered essential. But, I don't know. In Ontario, Canada, they did something crazy where they like closed all the shops, but they let all the big box shops stay open. So like Home Depot can be open, and Canadian Tire, which is like a generic everything hardware store. So like there's all these stores that are open, but they won't allow any small businesses to open. HEMA is considered essential, really? So this is interesting. There's a lot of new developments along here. Like this one. This looks like something that would be straight out of almost anywhere. How's the internet in the Netherlands? Pretty fast. I recently upgraded my internet, mobile and wired internet, because of all the video work I'm doing, and man, it's fast. What kind of bike do you own? I own a few bikes. We have a Bakfiets, Babu City. We have an Omafiets. We use a Swapfiets. We have another Azor Omafiets style. We have a lot of bikes. Yeah, this walkway that I'm walking here is really just for people who are getting out of the car. The proper place to walk is over here. But while I'm streaming, I wanted to be over there because otherwise you're just looking at parked cars the whole time. But it's quite nice here. Swapfiets is such a waste of money. Yeah, I mean, it depends though, right? Like, not necessarily. Depends what you need it for. We're using it temporarily and it works really well. It's a much nicer bike than the Omafiets we have. The typical Omafiets. My wife definitely prefers riding it. And it's much less likely to get stolen. Yes, in North America, this would be considered more than enough. It's interesting to see how many new developments there are here. I think I'm actually going to walk down here and see what this one's like. because it looks like these are some new, like, townhouse style homes here on the left. Or at least relatively new. Are you contributing more bikes than people? Yes, I guess so. You do start to collect them. I have not been to Delft. I will go someday. Maybe I'll go tour around with Modacity, Canadians who are there. It is interesting to come up here where I normally never come. How much have I missed? 11 minutes, 26 seconds. The height of the trees makes 5 to 8 years old. Well, now they plant full-size trees here in the Netherlands sometimes, so you can't really judge by that. I think I'm going to go back out to the main street here. Hopefully I can get through. Yeah. Seems like a nice residential area. Yeah, it is amazing how just one street over, it's just silent suddenly. I do have to check the time because I don't have a huge amount of time to waste here. The housing, is it expensive? I mean, yes, it's very expensive in Amsterdam. What do you think about the Wonerf concept? I love them. I think they're fantastic. I'd like to live on one someday. Or maybe just in place it's pedestrianized completely. Okay. Back out to the main road. Fire station here. What do you think about iBird? I actually think it's pretty nice. I know a lot of people don't like it, but some people just don't like any modern development. Hey, Halifax. Nice. Toronto. Nice. Might have to look at a map at some point in time to make sure I'm not getting too far away from where I'm supposed to be. But I have never been out here before. So here is an older development. Looks to me like maybe 1960s with the playground here. I have not been to Dordrecht, and I've not had a chance to use Schwung because I haven't cycled in a place where it's supported. I have no idea where the Somalis would stay in Amsterdam. Another playground here. It's nice. Brandvoort district near Helmond. No, I've not seen that. And I have not been to Dun Ryle either. Huh. Lots of places I haven't been. Might cross to the other side of the road. It's more interesting. I knew that this was going to be pretty suburban, but it's actually more dense than I thought it would be. You planning to visit Copenhagen again? Not anytime soon, I don't think. We were just there last year in October, and there's a few other cities I'd like to go to. Have I ever visited Ireland? Yeah, I've been to Ireland. Not very much, though. You gonna stop? Yeah, okay, you're gonna stop. Didn't look like you were gonna stop. Yeah, I have been to Ireland, but only very briefly. I've been a couple of times on business trips. I will say I've never seen so many kegs in my life as the Tuesday night I spent in Dublin. I think Irish cities are interesting, but they're so car-centric, like sometimes even more than British cities. If that's even possible. When is Trains Part 2 coming out? Yeah, when I get back to Canada. So, I don't know, summer. I'm going to very quickly check a map. What is your favorite Dutch snack? Drop. Now it looks like you're in Etobicoke. Yeah. Have you ever been to Italy? Yes, many times. I can't even count the number of cities I've been to in Italy. I must have been there at least 10 times in my life. And yes, I like salty drop, salmiak. But I don't like the hard stuff. It's got to be at least soft. So that's the foreigner in me. I can't handle hard drop. It's just, I don't like sucking on it. Have you ever been to Sicily? Yes, I have. I went there for a week, actually, on a holiday and drove around to various different cities. Climbed Mount Etna. Nice. What do you think about Germany? Have you ever been there? I can't even count the number of times I've been to Germany, that's for sure. I used to go there on business all the time. I really like the pedestrianized parts of German cities, because like almost every German city has a pedestrianized city center, and that's amazing. Outside of that, though, they tend to be very car friendly. So there's a park here. Let's try walking down here. How's lockdown in Amsterdam? It just got more strict last night. All non-essential shops are closed. All the schools are closed. Yeah, it's a bit hard to see going into the light like that. Oh, you used your Dutch, my Sinterklaas video in your class. That's great. Have you ever been to South Korea? Yes, I used to go to South Korea a lot. Unfortunately, I would usually just go to Suwon to see Samsung. I really like South Korea, but people there work too much and drink too much. So I don't think I could live there. Are you walking in a bicycle lane? Well, no, because there's this dotted line here, and I'm on the left side of it. They're walking in a bicycle lane, though. You've been everywhere. Not everywhere, but I have been to, I think, 59 countries. And I used to travel a lot for business too, so there's lots of repeats in there. What's the difference between the new and old trams? I don't know, actually. Feels like that's something I should know, but I don't. Is it a less well-off part of Amsterdam? Yes, it has been traditionally. That first area we're in with the newer condos, I'm not quite sure if that's what those would have gone for, but Noord has traditionally been the poorer part of Amsterdam. I have not been to Suriname. I have been in Indonesia. I have not been to South Africa, so I guess I need to go to some Dutch colonies, former Dutch colonies. Have you been to Mainz? No. Do your kids like growing up in the Netherlands? Yes, very much, especially my youngest. He never wants to leave. Thoughts on one-way residential streets? Well, it depends. If they're narrow, yes, it's fine. If they're wide, then it's a problem. But one-way streets are good as long as they allow cyclists to go two ways. When was the last time you left the Netherlands? Good question. I don't remember. I guess for Christmas last year. That's kind of crazy. Probably the longest time I've gone without traveling ever. Well, since I was an adult anyway. Thoughts on single-family zoning? Bad idea. Actually, like, a terrible idea. It's a nice roundabout. This is a fairly typical Dutch roundabout. Cyclists have priority, which is normal in built-up areas. Notice those lights. Yeah, they're cool, eh? The way they do it. So the lower one for the fietspad and the higher one for the road. You see those, they usually put that style in new developments, I find. How noisy are the neighbors in your flat? We can hear the people above us if they're running around a lot. But the people to the side, we don't hear anyone. That's not coming. Do people complain a lot about the noise? It depends on who. Most people are pretty accommodating, I find. Some people complain about the noise. I hope one day you come to Poland. I've been to Poland many times. My wife has family in Poland. Not like close family, but extended family. So we go sometimes. Usually Warsaw. I used to work at a company that had an office in Wrocław, so I would go there too. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Probably even worse than my pronunciation is Kracht. No, I don't have a background in urban planning. It's just for fun. This is nice. Nice sweet spot there. What do you think about cul-de-sacs? I am more bothered by his pronunciation of Zoud. Why? What's wrong with that? I don't think that's that bad, is it? Zoud. Getting there. I'm not Dutch, you know. I don't know if you realize that, but you traveled a lot for work. Yeah, that was when I was working in tech. I had to go travel a lot, actually. What non-essential stores are you gonna miss? I don't know. As long as Albert Heijn's open, I'll be fine, I guess. You pronounce Zout like Zout. Okay. Like out with a Canadian accent. Okay. I think I'm gonna stop saying Dutch words for a while. I'm going to be going back to my Dutch tutor in January, so we'll work on it then. So, this is interesting. This is like nicely paved, but it says that it's pedestrian only. No bike trips to IKEA, yeah. I actually needed to go out to the big hardware store at Praxis in Zuidoost. Supposed to go there today, but nope, it's closed. I assume. I mean, I don't know, maybe because they sell sandwiches up front, it'll be an essential service-like action. I think I'm gonna have to end this stream soon. I'm getting close to where my appointment is. No, don't stop speaking Dutch. Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna stop speaking Dutch. I already speak it well enough to pass the inburgering exam, I believe. I'm almost certain because I've met people who have passed it who don't speak as well as I do. These are cute houses. There are probably a lot of people cycling on that pathway. I agree. I would expect people would cycle on it because it looks perfect for cycling. How should you do planning in developing countries? I am not an expert in that. But I don't think it not being flat is an issue. I think people make too much of a big deal out of things being flat. Well, chat's coming in pretty fast now. I think I get it in like batches because sometimes it's slow and then suddenly like a million messages come in and I can't read anything. This is a lovely street, isn't it? It's kind of just like cute. It's suburban, but it's a cute street. Have you ever been to Friesland? Yes. I thought it was nice enough. My son did sailing camp up there this summer. Yeah, why is everyone parked up on the sidewalk? This reminds me of the UK, where like every street is like this. Everyone parked on the sidewalk. It's interesting because like everyone's doing it on both sides of the street to leave quite a lot of space in the center of the road. So I don't know. It's a bit bizarre. It's such a UK thing to do, to park with one wheel up on the sidewalk. He's probably studied French, given that he's Canadian, yeah. Je suis Canadien. And I lived in Belgium, which is where I learned most of my French. Oh, I'm glad I inspired you to learn about more car alternatives. This is 100% 1930s. So that's what I would guess too. It looks kind of 1930s. This is interesting here where they have like this up over the road. I don't know if that's a house or a shop or that is, but this is a shopping street out here. I've been here before. Uh-oh. I think I'm gonna have to shut down the stream. So I'll leave you at this. Thanks for coming. I'm getting a call here that I'm gonna have to take. So thank you very much for joining. I have to go to my appointment anyway. Bye everyone.